percentage of people re-gift an unwanted present to someone else? It's 32%.
That's right, according to the Royal Mail, 1 in 3 of us re-gift our presents with a clean conscience, though women are more likely to do so than men. That's because we can't be bothered. You're watching The Right Stuff with Larry Turner, Matt Allwright and David Van Day. Still to come, we'll all accept that no one likes to be dumped, but which is worse, to be traded in for a younger model or an older one? 0207 173 5555 is the number. Have you got something to say? First, though, is re-gifting a rubbish idea? And if re-gifting isn't a word you're familiar with, it's a very simple concept, passing on an unwanted present to someone else. As we said, according to the Mail, Royal Mail, 90% of us get something we don't want or don't like for Christmas, but only 1 in 3 of us pass those presents on. We waste so much every Christmas, don't we? 3 million tonnes of rubbish gets dumped. So re-gifting is undoubtedly good for the planet, and it can help you beat the credit crunch as someone else is paying for your presents. On the downside, though, aren't you just being lazy? I mean, shouldn't you scour the shops to find something for your friends? And what about being selfish? Your mum spends a fortune on you, and what does she get in return? A vase you got for free. Yeah, but you don't give to receive. You don't give to receive. Yes, we do. Don't we, Larry?
I re-gift everything, and I always have done. I have a cupboard, which is my present, because people drop. I haven't got one, thank God. People drop in unexpectedly. Oh my goodness, I've got to get a present. I'll go and look in the cupboard. Sometimes you can really tell when somebody's re-gifted, can't you? When you get this
somebody else's name written on the box.
Well, you have to remember to take the card off. That's very key, to do a last check to make sure that the card isn't still on. But you know, when you get this kind of really weirdly inappropriate present, like a brooch you would never wear, but things like, you know, bath sets and stuff, and body lotion and stuff. I don't use any of that stuff. So immediately, literally, I think, don't tear the wrapping paper, and it just goes back. And
you use the same wrapping paper?
I have to, if I do, yes.
That's tight, Larry. That's tight.
It's ecologically sound.
I think the thing to do is actually, you know, when you peel off the price sticker, keep all the price stickers and then put them back on, the things you've re-gifted. And then when they open, you go, oh, God, I'm so sorry. Like that, as though it's just been bought.
Do you do it? Do you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. Truly? Well, because I spent a long time in Japan, and in Japan there is it's a tradition of what's called omiyage, where you receive a gift. And wherever you go, you take a gift. If you go for lunch, dinner, whatever it is, you always take a gift. And these gifts are kind of generic things, like little sweets. You just receive them, you stick them in the cupboard, and next time you go, you take it to theirs. It makes sense.
But you make sure it's not the same one.
You have to keep it very...
them.
Yeah, you have to keep a
Well,
long
I went
list.
to Japan about 20 years ago, and of course we just take gifts for all the journalists out there to get into the press and all that, and we would take all these little marmalades with tartan tops on them. So they must still be going round.
They probably are.
Funny enough, we've got one here, insect repellent. I don't know where that comes from. You might as well have it, David. You can come in handy. Do your hair with it, yeah. Do you re-gift? I mean, apart to family, relatives? Oh.
I think... I thought it was interesting. No, I don't. Not. I mean, it depends. If they're going to be out of sight, out of mind. You know, I get gifts given to me when I do bits and pieces and things like that. I walk into a room and there'd be a box of chocolate. In fact, I was over in the jungle when I got there. There was a box of chocolates in the Versace hotel. I would never eat them. And on the way out, the girl who'd been looking after me, I said, "There, you can have those." Things like that. Well, with the mother-in-law, of course, what do you do? You're not going to keep getting it out every time they come round, or you know, they might say,
"You get it out when the mother-in-law comes round." That's the story.
We'll just start again tomorrow, then.
Yes. Back to sausage again. Well, let's throw it open to you. Are you all a bunch of re-gifters? Am I the only person who doesn't do this? Mainly because I don't get given anything to pass on.
Oh, you poor thing.
Amy, what do people say?
Our first caller doesn't re-gift either. Excellent. It's Carol on line 3.
Morning, Carol.
Hello.
Hi, why don't you re-gift?
Well, it's a story about my daughter, really.
Go on.
She's got a friend who's really well known for rubbish gifts, and last year she gave my daughter a scarf, which you think is okay. If it was a nice scarf, all gift wrapped and everything like that. But when my daughter actually looked at it properly, it was a scarf that she lent her a couple of weeks ago. So she actually gave her back a scarf that she just lent
That
her.
was her own.
Yeah, her own scarf.
That's taking re-gifting to a whole new level, isn't it? Giving people back their own stuff.
And also, she gave one of her friends of hers, you know when you park your car and you get these little stickers for free burgers and, like at McDonald's, Burger King? She ripped that off and put it in card and gave it to one of her other friends as a Christmas present.
That's cheap.
That's classy. Really classy, Carol. It's great to know people like you are watching the show. Thank you. Let's have another.
OK, let's go to Paul then on line 2.
Morning, Paul.
Hiya.
Are you a re-gifter?
I am indeed. But what it is, I've been going out with my partner now for about, I'd say about 9 years. And his father bought me I'd say like a really old type of like aftershave. And I've actually re-gifted it, you know, back to him. So it's gone back and come forward, you know, to me and his father for about 8 years now.
The same present.
Well, it's already been wrapped up, should I say. So
Jake,
now,
what could be
you know,
this
so
year?
we're just going to his Christmas tree, you know, but I do think people should re-gift unwanted, you know, presents, because one, it's recycling, and the most important thing, well, it's a credit crunch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because you reminded me. I know of 2 families, and they've been swapping the same Christmas card backwards and forwards for years and years and years and years.
I do that, though.
You don't do that?
No, I wouldn't do that.
You got standards?
Well, I think I've complimented.
OK. All right, Paul, thank you for that. One more before the break?
Yeah, let's go to Joanna on line 4.
OK, Joanna, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you a re-gifter?
Oh, yes, I do it all the time.
OK, I really am in a minority here. So why? What do you do?
Well, if I get something which I think is rubbish, I give it to a charity shop.
Right, OK.
If it's nice, I give it to somebody else, but I'm not very well organised, and I chuck what I don't want in a bag, and last year I gave somebody a present back she'd given to me the year before.
This is the danger. I think Matt's right. If you're going to do it, make a practice of this, write it down, yeah? Write down a list.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to know where it's coming from. And, you know, the classic one is champagne. If you get given a bottle of champagne or bubbly of some sort, you can't give the same bottle back because people would know. So you have to swap brands. Not that we have that much champagne in our household.
You know,
if
everybody drinks Cristal, don't they?
Yeah,
I mean, how can you tell?
It's the clear bottle.
It's Mariah Carey's line, isn't it? I think that is all she drinks is
She
Cristal.
baths in it.
Yeah. There's a thought. Now, OK, well, let's move on to what I think is... I'm really looking forward to this. This could be the best discussion of the day. Thanks for the last call, by the way, Joanna. And that is, well, it's about being dumped. No one likes to be dumped, obviously, but what is worse is it's been traded in for a younger model, which is the stereotype, or an older one. Would the split be easy to handle if your partner left you for a wrinkly old so-and-so rather than some nubile young thing? 0207 173 5555 is the number for your thoughts. Maybe it makes no difference at all. It's being dumped that hurts, not who they choose to go out with next. But we'll find out what you think after the break.
Each of Henry VIII's successive wives was younger than the last. Is that true or false? Find out the answer after the break.